Alright, let's talk about the internet. For years, the game was simple, if a bit soul-crushing. You wanted people to find your website, so you played by Google's rules. You stuffed your pages with keywords, you begged other, more popular websites for a digital high five in the form of a backlink, and you prayed to the unforgiving gods of search engine optimization, or SEO. It was a tedious, often nonsensical dance. But that was the game. You got to the top of the blue links, you got the clicks, you got the business. Simple. Except, it's not simple anymore. Something has fundamentally, seismically shifted. The game has changed. The new sheriff in town is artificial intelligence. Think about it. When you have a question now, you don't just type it into a search bar and sift through 10 blue links like a digital prospector. No, you ask a robot. You ask ChatGPT or Gemini or Perplexity. And what do? They don't just give you a list of links to explore. They give you an answer. A neat, tidy, synthesized paragraph that tells you exactly what you wanted to know. And in that moment, your carefully crafted, #1 ranked webpage becomes completely, utterly invisible. It's like showing up to a gunfight with a beautifully decorated, but ultimately useless, spork. This is the problem, right now, today, on February 10th, 2026. The entire ecosystem of how people find information is being rewired. AI search tools are becoming the new front door to the internet, and they don't care about your old SEO tricks. They care about one thing: finding the most accurate information, finding the most trustworthy information, finding the most clearly stated information to construct their answers. If your website's content isn't formatted in a way that an AI can easily understand and trust, you might as well not exist. You will be bypassed, ignored, and left in the digital dust. This isn't a future problem. It's a present-day crisis for anyone who relies on the internet for customers, readers, or attention. So, what are you supposed to do? Throw your hands up in despair? Close your laptop and take up artisanal goat herding? No, of course not. You adapt. You learn the new rules of this new game. So, GEO. It sounds like another bit of tech jargon designed to make you feel stupid, doesn't it? Like synergizing blockchain deliverables. But it's not. At its core, Generative Engine Optimization is shockingly simple. It's the art of making your content clear, factual, and well-organized. An AI model feels confident citing you as a source. It's about shifting your focus from ranking #1 to becoming the answer. Instead of just getting a click, your brand name and your facts get woven directly into the response. Instead of just getting a click, your brand name and your facts get woven directly into the response. You become the authority, not just another option in a list. This isn't just a minor tweak to your old SEO strategy. SEO was obsessed with keywords. SEO was obsessed with backlinks. GEO is obsessed with quality. GEO is obsessed with clarity. GEO is obsessed with context. It prioritizes EEAT, experience, expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness. Basically, prove you know what you're talking about. An AI, in its cold, calculating way, is trying to avoid giving bad or made-up information. It wants content that reads like an encyclopedia entry. Direct, factual, structured, not a rambling blog post from 2012. To do this, GEO focuses on several key pillars. First, technical health. Fast, secure, easy for AI crawlers to navigate. Second, content structure. Write clear, concise answers to specific questions. Headings, lists, tables. Spoon-feed the information so humans and machines can digest it. This is not the time for flowery, award-winning prose. Finally, authority and context. Use structured data, schema. Tell the AI who you are. Tell the AI what you do. Tell the AI why you're an expert. Organize content into topic clusters. One main hub page, several smaller spoke pages supporting it. This shows the AI you have deep, comprehensive knowledge. It's the difference between a tourist who visited Paris once and a local who can actually give directions. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? It can feel overwhelming, like learning to fly a helicopter. But it doesn't have to be. You can start with a simple, methodical roadmap. Take it one step at a time. Don't try to boil the ocean. This is not about frantic overnight changes. It's about steady, intelligent improvements that pay off over time. Let's break it down into manageable steps that anyone can follow. First things first, set a clear goal and audit your site. You can't know if you're winning if you don't define the finish line. Decide what you want to achieve. Is it to be cited for the query, "Best hiking boots for beginners"? Is it to have your company's definition of carbon offsetting appear in AI answers? Pick one specific measurable goal. Then run a technical audit. Use free tools to check your site speed. Check mobile friendliness. Find and fix broken links. This is the boring but essential foundation, like making sure your car has air in its tires before a long road trip. Second, map your topics and update your content. This is where the real work begins. Identify a core topic where you want to be seen as an expert. This will be your hub page. Then brainstorm all the smaller related questions people might have. These will be your spoke or cluster pages. For instance, if your hub is Home Composting 101, your spokes could be what to put in a compost bin, common composting mistakes choosing the right composter. Go back to your existing articles and rewrite them to be clearer. Use short paragraphs, put direct answers at the top, add helpful lists. Third, create new content and add structured data. Once you've optimized your existing pages, you'll inevitably find gaps in your topic map. Now is the time to write new articles to fill them. For every piece of content, follow the GEO Playbook. Answer one question clearly and comprehensively. While you're at it, start implementing Schema markup. This is the special code that acts like a label for search engines. Use it to define your organization. Use it to define your articles. Use it to define your authors. It's like putting a clear printed label on a storage box instead of just scrawling on it with a marker. This all sounds like a lot of work, and it is. So, the natural question is, does it actually work? Or is this just another shiny object for marketing consultants to charge you for? The answer is a resounding yes. It works, and we have the data to prove it. Businesses leaning into GEO are already seeing tangible results. They capture attention at the very top of the funnel, often before a user even sees a single traditional search result. This isn't theoretical, it's happening now. The gap between adopters and laggards is widening. Let's look at a real-world example. An e-commerce company selling sustainable cleaning products. They targeted the query, "Are laundry sheets better than liquid detergent?" Instead of a keyword-stuffed blog post, they built a comprehensive hub page. It started with a direct one-paragraph answer, a comparison table, a quote from a material scientist, a spoke page about ingredients, a spoke page about environmental impact. They used Schema to mark it up as a factual article, and made sure the page loaded in under 2 seconds. The results were telling. Within 3 months, their page began to be cited in Google's AI overviews, and in Perplexity's answers. Their traditional organic traffic saw a modest 15% lift, but referral traffic from AI platforms shot up by over 300%. More importantly, their brand name was now associated with a trustworthy expert answer. They weren't just a product, they were a source of information. This early visibility builds brand equity that pays dividends long before a customer is ready to buy. This is why GEO is so critical. It's not just about traffic, it's about influence, it's about authority. By positioning your content as the raw material for AI answers, you change your relationship with potential customers. You move from being one of 10 options screaming for a click to being the trusted voice that provides the initial answer. In a world saturated with noise and misinformation, being the source of clarity is the ultimate competitive advantage. It builds trust from the very first interaction, something no amount of traditional advertising can buy. Look, we've covered a lot. We've talked about how search is changing, we've talked about what GEO is, we've talked about how to implement it, and we've seen that it actually produces results. At this point, you have 2 choices. You can nod along, agree that this all sounds very important, close this tab, and go back to doing things the old way. You can continue polishing your SEO tactics from 2022, hoping the AI tidal wave somehow misses you. This is the path of comfort, of familiarity, and of eventual irrelevance. It's the digital equivalent of seeing a storm on the horizon and deciding to fix your roof later. Or you can take the second path. You can accept that the ground has shifted beneath your feet and take one small, concrete step today to start adapting. You don't need to overhaul your entire website by tomorrow. You don't need to become the world's foremost expert on schema markup overnight. You just need to start. The goal of GEO isn't to perfectly execute a 1,000-point checklist. It's to build a continuous practice of making your content more clear, more structured, and more trustworthy for both humans and the machines that serve them. So here is your homework. It's not complicated. Pick one thing. Just one. Go run a free page speed test on your most important landing page. Is it slow? Make a plan to fix it, or choose one core topic you want to own. Sketch out a simple hub-and-spoke model on a piece of paper. Identify one existing article. Spend 1 hour rewriting the introduction to be a clear, concise answer. That's it. Start small, build momentum, and commit to the process. This is your call to action. The age of AI search is not coming. It is here. The platforms that define how people discover information are undergoing their most significant transformation in a generation. You can either be a passive observer and watch your visibility fade, or you can become an active participant and shape how your brand is represented in this new world. Start today. Audit one page, map one topic, rewrite one paragraph. Begin the process of making your website a trusted source for the AI engines that are quickly becoming the new gatekeepers of the internet. Your future self will thank you.